Hi there, this is Noah with the Training and Marketing Department. So I'm logged into one of my practice folders and I'm on the front end on the live website and I'm on the customer info screen and we're collecting a billing address here. And this menu of cities to choose from is a nightmare. Los Ranchos is spelled 4 different ways, and actually a 5th way is down here. UNM, University of New Mexico. This is all 3 different spellings of a university. That's not a city. Tamaya, I think, is a resort. I've got 2 different spellings of an Indian reservation. So this is really not a good customer experience. It's an unnecessarily cluttered list. And the important thing to keep in mind is because sometimes I'll point out that, for example, Kirtland AFB, that's an Air Force base, right? That's an institution, not a city. And so people will say, but wait, I don't want the people on the Air Force base to think I won't serve them. I see what you're saying, but don't worry about that. Remember, this is for a billing address. We need a valid city for a billing address. If the person wants to tell you that they're on the Air Force base, there's a location name field that they can do that. And they can also enter in that information here in the customer comments field. So again, this is for a billing address, and for a billing address, you need a valid city. So I'm going to clean up this list, and the list comes from admin, order config, service areas. So I'm logged in there in the back end as well. And I'm going to go ahead and do this in spreadsheet mode because that is going to save me a bunch of time. Okay, so this right here is more of a neighborhood than a township. I don't really want that to show up in that list. I'm okay with Albuquerque and Bernalillo. Don't want to go to Bosque Farms or Cedar Crest. Corrales is okay. El Llanito, I don't even know what that is. 5 Points is a neighborhood, not a city. Isleta is a reservation. I don't want to go there. It's kind of far away. Kirtland Air Force Base, that's an Air Force base. Los Padillas is a neighborhood. Los Ranchos de ABQ, that's Los Ranchos de Albuquerque. Either way, I like to just say Los Ranchos, so I'm getting rid of all but the one spelling that I want to keep of that city, which is just Los Ranchos. Manzano Base, that's another military base. Metropolitan Detention Center, that's what we used to call the D-Home. That's the, detention center. That's a jail. It's not a city. Panorama Heights is a neighborhood. Don't want to go to Peralta or Placitas. Public Service Company, that's our local electrical utility. Ranchitos, I don't even know what that is. Rancho West, I think, is a neighborhood. Rio Rancho's okay. Sandia Base, that's, again, a military base. Sandia Pueblo and Santa Ana Pueblo, those are both reservations. I don't want to go there. They're kind of far away. Tamaya, I think, is a resort. University of New Mexico, we've got 3 different spellings, and of course, none of those are actually cities. So I've checked all of those boxes that I want to remove from the list. I'm going to go ahead and click here to delete all checked and then confirm my choice. And then this page is going to reload. And that should be a much nicer list for my customers. So let's go ahead and go back into the front end and refresh this customer info page. And then when we click into our city list, much better. Now, a quick word for those of you who live in rural areas where you really do have like 40, 50, 60 different townships that you service, and you really do need a really long list of cities, that's totally fine. But remember, that list, 40, 50, 60, again, your customers are probably used to scrolling through a long list of cities like that. But if that list is 240 or 250 entries long instead of the 40 or 50 that it should be, it's still just not a good customer shopping experience. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that if you have a bunch of different spellings of the same city, and you have Chase Bank and all kinds of other stuff that shouldn't be in that list, then that's going to mess up your reports as well. So, just best to clean up this list so you have a better shopping experience and better reporting and accounting for yourself. All right, hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the ERS YouTube channel by clicking on the logo, the ERS logo in the little corner down here. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.